Hello Cambly learners, my name is Shelley and I'm a tutor on Cambly. Today you'll be learning how to formulate questions in a business setting. Let's begin. Whether you're on a web meeting, a phone call, or simply chatting with your colleagues, at some point you're going to have to ask questions. Today you'll be learning 3 different ways in which you can do that. The first one is by using the verb to be. The second one is by using do or does. And the third one is by asking open-ended questions. Let's begin with the first one, using the verb to be. When using the verb to be, you invert or flip the subject and the verb to turn a statement into a question. For example, this is the latest sales forecast. That's a statement. Now let's turn it into a question by flipping the subject and the verb like this. Is this the latest sales forecast? Let's take a look at another example. Here's the statement. They are from accounting. Now let's flip the subject and the verb and turn it into a question. Are they from accounting? Pretty easy, right? The second way in which you can ask a question is by using do or does. This is the formula. Do or does plus the subject plus the verb plus the rest of the question. You use do when you're referring to I, you, we, and they. And you use does when you're talking about he, she, or it. For example, do you have a copy of last week's meeting minutes? Example number 2. Does he visit suppliers often? The last way in which you can ask a question is by asking open-ended questions. These are questions that cannot simply be answered with a simple yes or no. You need more information. Let's take a look at some of them. Who? This is when you're referring to an individual. For example, who's giving the tour of the production plant? What? When you want to know more specific information. What is the component's lead time? When you're referring to a specific time. When is the deadline for this project? Where, when you're looking for a specific location. Where's the conference room? Why? To obtain an explanation? Why has our delivery been delayed? And how? When you want to know more about the process in which something is done. For example, how does a new photocopier work? Now that you know how to formulate questions, let's put your skills to the test. Let's begin by putting the following words in the correct order in the form of a question. This is phone my. I'll give you a few seconds. If you answered, is this my phone? You're correct. Example number 2. Fill in the blank using do or does. Remember, you only use does when you're using he, she, or it. For everything else, you use do. Blank, you have the standard operating procedure. Think about it. If you answered, do you have the standard operating procedure? You are correct. Final test. Select the correct word. Why or who is the CEO of the company? If you answered who is the CEO of the company, you are correct. I hope these tools give you enough confidence to ask more questions during your next business call. For those of you who are still unfamiliar with Cambly, let me just tell you that Cambly gives you instant access to friendly native English speakers like me. You can take English lessons anywhere, whether you're on your phone, on your tablet, or on your computer. Reserve your next business lesson with any of our knowledgeable business tutors using the link below. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.